Some people can squat hundreds of pounds, heavy weight, deep reps, perfect control. But take the weight away and something strange happens. Many strong adults suddenly can't do this. A simple, deep squat, feet flat on the floor, no support, no weight, their heels rise immediately. Their body tips backward. Some of them fall within seconds. And yet, children can sit like this effortlessly, not for a few seconds, sometimes for minutes at a time. No stretching routine, no mobility program, no special training. So why can a toddler hold a position that many strong adults struggle to even enter? At first, it seems like a flexibility problem, but then you notice something strange. Even athletes struggle with it. Lifters, runners, gym goers, people with strong legs, which means strength alone can't explain it, because this isn't just about muscle, it's about balance, control, and a hidden movement your body slowly adapted away from. The human body was never supposed to lose the ability to squat naturally. So what changed? Children don't train this movement. They don't study mobility. They don't think about posture or squat depth. And yet their bodies drop into this position naturally, comfortably, effortlessly, almost automatically. But for many adults, the same position feels unstable almost immediately. The heels rise, the chest collapses, body starts searching for balance. At first, most people blame flexibility, tight muscles, weak legs, poor mobility. But that explanation breaks apart very quickly, because some of the people struggling most are actually very strong. People who lift weights, people who train every week, people with powerful legs. Which means the problem isn't as simple as strength or fitness, because a deep squat is not just a strength movement, it's a balance movement. Your entire body has to stay centered over your feet, and the moment that balance shifts too far backward, the body starts to fall. That's why so many people instinctively lift their heels without realizing it. They're not trying to cheat the movement, their body is trying to stop them from falling over. And one of the biggest reasons this happens is hidden much lower than most people think, in the ankles. To stay balanced in a deep squat, the knees need to travel forward. For that to happen, the ankle has to bend correctly. This movement is called ankle dorsiflexion. If the ankle can't move enough, the rest of the body has to compensate. The hips shift backward, the weight moves behind the feet, the body loses balance. A biomechanics study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that limited ankle mobility directly changes squat depth and balance mechanics. In other words, the body changes the movement automatically when the ankle runs out of range, and that's exactly why lifting the heels suddenly makes squatting feel easier, because the movement itself didn't become easier. The balance problem changed. Raising the heels reduces how much ankle movement the squat requires. The knees can move forward more easily. The center of mass shifts back into balance, and suddenly the body stops feeling like it's about to fall. That's why someone can struggle barefoot, but squat comfortably in lifting shoes. The elevated heel changes the geometry of the movement, not the strength of the legs, which means many people were never lacking strength in the first place. They were missing access to a position their body no longer fully trusted. And the strange part is, this loss happens slowly enough that most people never notice it. The human body constantly adapts to the positions it spends the most time in. Movements repeated often become easier to access. Movements rarely used gradually become harder to maintain. For most of human history, people spent far more time close to the ground than we do today, resting, eating, working, waiting. Deep squatting wasn't exercise, it was just part of daily life. But modern environments change the positions our bodies experience every day. Modern life gradually replaced floor-level movement with chairs, car seats, and elevated surfaces, until sitting at 90-degree angles became the default position for most of the day. And over time, the body adapts to those positions too. Not because the body is broken, because adaptation is what the body does best. Studies on populations that regularly squat as part of daily life consistently show better maintained access to the movement, while those who rarely use it gradually lose it. The body preserves what it repeatedly uses and slowly reduces what it repeatedly avoids, which means many adults didn't suddenly lose the ability to squat naturally. They simply stopped living in ways that maintained it. And this is where many people get confused, because they assume strength should automatically fix the problem. If the legs are strong enough, the squat should work. But strength and movement are not always the same thing. A person can build powerful muscles while still relying on compensation patterns underneath the movement. Gym squats often allow the body to work around restrictions. Wider stances, forward lean, elevated heels, external load helping stabilize balance. The movement can still look strong from the outside, even while the body quietly avoids positions it no longer fully controls. That's why someone can squat heavy weight but still struggle to rest comfortably at the bottom barefoot, because the issue was never just force production. It was access to balance, access to control, access to a position the nervous system still feels safe using. And that feeling of safety matters more than most people realize. Think about the difference between standing near the edge of a cliff and standing somewhere your body completely trusts. Even if Both places are physically safe, your body reacts very differently. One position creates tension automatically, the other allows you to relax. Your nervous system works the same way during movement. It constantly predicts balance and stability and control. And when a position feels unstable, the body increases tension to protect itself. Studies in motor control show that the brain constantly adjusts movement based on how stable and safe a position feels, which means stiffness is not always caused by short muscles or damaged joints. Sometimes the body is simply refusing to relax into a position it no longer trusts. Sometimes stiffness is not a lack of range, it's a lack of trust. And children still have that trust naturally. Not because they stretch more, not because they're stronger, because they continue using these positions every day while their bodies are still adapting to movement variety. Most adults stopped doing that years ago, and slowly, the body adapted to a completely different environment instead. So this isn't really a story about flexibility, or fitness, or even squatting itself. It's a story about adaptation. The human body is always changing in response to the environment around it. The positions you repeat become easier to access. The positions you stop using slowly fade into the background. And over time, the body becomes incredibly efficient at the life you actually live, even if that life involves less movement than humans evolved around. Right now, try this for yourself. Take your shoes off, lower into a squat slowly, and notice what your body does first. Do the heels rise? Does the chest collapse? Does the body shift backward? Because those reactions are not random. They're clues, small signs of how your body has adapted over time. And in the next video, we're going to look at the hidden ankle restriction that quietly changes the way the entire body moves, because your body didn't fail. It adapted to the environment you gave it.